Hey, what's up, guys? We're over here at Nutrisport, David Calderon, Ben Martin. We're talking a little bit about something today that I would say not a lot of people know too much about. They don't necessarily realize the importance of what we're going to discuss today, specifically branch-chain amino acids. I want to define them first. What are they? I mean, what are they essentially, Benny?
They are a chain of 3 amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, and valine, and they're a key component in protein strain.
Exactly. Very concentrated in human muscle tissue as well. There's a lot of branch chains in muscle tissue. Why are they important, and how would somebody that works out necessarily benefit from them? When we work out, what are we burning? First and foremost, what do we burn?
Glucose.
Exactly. So when we burn glucose, guys, because there's only a certain amount of glucose, if we don't have a backup fuel source after we burn through all of that glucose, what's going to happen?
You'll start catabolizing muscle tissue as an ulterior fuel source.
Exactly. Why are we going to start to burn muscle tissue after we burn through all of our glucose?
Those branch chains are actually the only amino acid that can be turned into glucose and burned as fuel.
Precisely. They're substrates, essentially, for new glucose production. It's called gluconeogenesis. You're generating new sugar. Why are you generating new sugar? Because you ran out of sugar, you're working out hard. If you don't necessarily take a branch chain product before and during exercise, when we burn through all of that sugar, what's going to happen? Body's going to start to burn muscle tissue to make more sugar. No good. No good at all. So what would you suggest we do, Benny, in order to avert the burning of muscle tissue to make new sugar during a workout?
Supplement with branch chains so that we're burning those supplemented branch chains rather than the harder ones that we're working on.
Exactly. Let's give our body an insurance policy so it burns something from an outside source when it wants to go after muscle tissue instead. I think there's 2 reasons too why people don't necessarily do branch chains all that much. You want to kind of enlighten people as to why?
Solubility and taste. Typically, branch chains don't go into solution very well. They settle, sometimes they foam up, and they also typically taste horrible.
Yeah.
The texture is really gritty and they're very bitter.
Yeah, they taste terrible. I mean, and that's coming from somebody that can ingest anything. Branch chains are disgusting normally. They don't go into solution real well. They kind of clump. So what are we kind of leading to? There are products out there now that kind of address those 2 issues, improve solubility, better taste. This is something that, my gosh, I'm not going to lie, this is my most favorite product in my whole inventory, Amino Core.
I second that.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. And it addresses the 2 concerns or issues, essentially, that prevent people from doing branch chains that Ben talked about. Solubility. This stuff goes into solution beautifully, and it tastes great. I mean, it tastes wonderful. So if something tastes good, if something goes into solution better, I think we're going to be more consistent in taking it, and I think we're going to be more compliant in taking it because we're going to want to take it.
Especially in the manner we're supposed to ingest branch chains. They're not something that you're supposed to just kill before your workout. You're not going to utilize them properly. You need to sip on them slowly, so if it tastes good, you're going to be more inclined to do so.
Absolutely, absolutely. And remember, 2 functions for branch chains. They're going to be a backup fuel source for better endurance during a workout, so a man or a woman can benefit from this product. And second benefit, we're not going to burn muscle tissue either. We're going to preserve muscle tissue, and that's huge. Any stimulants in here, Ben?
None at all. That's actually partly why I'm in love with it so much. And it does have a lot of B vitamins in there, which is a good source of clean, non-crash energy.
Exactly. We want to get away from stimulants, guys, if at all possible. I mean, so many reasons as to why stimulants are not good. Anxiety, the quality of your workout isn't going to be as good because you're going to be rushing through it. You're not going to be thinking through it. Sleep is always an issue for me if I do too many stimulant-based products. So This is another reason why brand chains are so great, because there's no stimulants in here. Just good, clean, like Ben said, quality B vitamins that give you natural energy. So I think we're kind of addressing all issues: more energy, no anxiety, no nervousness. We're going to preserve muscle tissue, and shoot, it tastes good and it mixes well, so we're going to be more compliant in taking it. Dosage, how do they take it exactly?
Typically, 1 scoop in 20 or so ounces of water is sufficient. That's where it tastes the best.
Exactly.
You do about 10 ounces, sip on it about 20 minutes before your workout. Make sure you save about half of that dose, and then drink the remaining 10 ounces during your workout.
Exactly. Yeah, it's I think usually, I mean, like 1 scoop in 20 ounces of water typically. Start sipping it 20 to 30 minutes before you train. You should be about halfway done at the beginning of your workout. Sip the rest during that workout. And you watch, your endurance is going to be better, mental acuity is going to be better, and again, guys, we're not going to burn muscle tissue as a backup fuel source. We're going to be burning what we're drinking instead. So it's a win-win, in my opinion.
Not only that, but it sets you up for better recovery post-workout as well, being that leucine is actually an anabolic signaler. It actually tells your body to synthesize protein into new muscle tissue.
Yep. And leucine is one of those 3 branch-chain amino acids. So, excellent point by Ben. It kind of turns on protein synthesis, which is a fancy way of saying it turns on muscle growth, lean tissue growth. So many benefits with branch chains. Better energy, better endurance, the preservation of muscle tissue, and yeah, no stimulants, so no anxiety, no nervousness, no sleepless nights, just good quality workouts and excellent recovery.
Something that we forgot to mention, despite the great taste, there's actually 0 carbs and 0 sugar in it, which I know many of us are worried about, considering many of us are on a diet. Spring's coming up. We don't want any sugar in the diet, ever, usually.
No.
And some of us are low carb, high protein diets, definitely conducive to those sorts.
Yeah, no, beautiful point, excellent point. We have a lot of customers and clients that do shows, that do competitions. My gosh, yeah, the carbs are super low, the sugar's super low, and this stuff falls within their regimen, if you will, because like Ben said, no sugar, no carbs, beautiful. Anything else to add with regard to branch chains, dude?
I think that just about wraps it up.
I do too. So, guys, any questions, any comments, just go ahead and leave those below. But yeah, take your branch chains before and during your workout. You'll thank yourself. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.